Hello and welcome to another edition of Executives Corner. My name is Simona Spilak and I work with leaders and executives out there who are in front of a high-stakes decision-making, in front of a huge leadership challenges, or just a personal challenge where they are navigating the high-stakes life in their professional field, but as well, of course, the high-stakes decision in their private life. So really warmly welcome, and I welcome everybody who is joining me every single Monday at 6 p.m. CET for the topics about leadership development and leadership challenges. And today, of course, as every single time, I have a new topic, a topic which is related to leadership, but as well self-care. So my question, which I would love to share with you, but as well, I invite you to ask questions and reach out with your comments, is about the fact why self-leadership is all about self-care. Most probably you heard me talking about self-care often in a few months, weeks, because I believe it's so relevant and so important. And we often forget that that's not something what's selfish or what's luxury. That's something what's a necessity for a leader to be able not only to self-lead, but as well to be able to offer the leadership style which is required from him, the engagement, motivation, and inspiration which his organization needs, not only to perform well, but as well to be engaged, where employees kind of feel safe, but as well inspired to go after new challenges. So self-leadership is all about self-care. I 100% stand behind that because I, of course, have my own personal experience and because I meet so many leaders out there who are in challenging situations and who are sometimes struggling, not only their self-doubt, but as well fears, and as well a lot of many responsibilities out there. And self-care can help in a lot of different fields, a lot of different ways, a lot of different segments. And sometimes we also or might not notice what's going on. We might not notice that simply taking time to think about, to reflect on our own actions, to reflect on everything what was going on, just to take time to calm down, to maybe do some of meditation or just calm our thoughts. It's so relevant, and all of that, it's part of the self-care. And there is not a model, there is not an approach, there is not a technique for which I would say, that's it, you should go after it, that's the perfect approach towards self-care. No, it's personalized and it's individual and it's yours. The most important and relevant thing with self-care is that you take time really to do it. And once again, it's not selfish. It's far from it. It's something what's called like an oxygen mask on the airplane. First, you put it on yourself to be able for others to benefit from you, from your actions, from your impact which your actions made. So it's the only way how you can support, help others to grow, to develop, or thrive, if you care and take care of yourself. And you know what? The times, of course, as we were mentioning, that it's selfish just to think about yourself. It's selfish to take time just to nurture your thoughts, to pamper yourself. Those times are over. And it's not only due to the pandemic, it's because of the fact the whole world is changing. What's required from you as a leader, how demands of not only your organization and your competition or your industry are changing, but as well how the expectations of your employees are changing. Imagine you would love to be that perfect, the best version of yourself as a leader who can not only excel in the sense of professionalism, but who can also be great as a human being, who created an art from your leadership style. And that's something what comes with a lot of self-awareness, self-acceptance, and as well self-care. And on top of that, it's not only about you. If you consider taking care of yourself and consider self-accepting you, that's the only approach how you can create a culture where your organization will enwrap and care for the whole body care of and health of your employees. So it's not only about the safety, physical safety. It's not only about the health in the physical sense. It's also about the mental health, mental fitness, well-being, psychological safety, all those elements which are part of the carrying approach of a leader. And to be able to do so and to reflect and act based on that and to enable organization to feel the self-care all over the physical world, but as well mental world, you have to enable to take care first of yourself. I mentioned already that that's the only way how you can create that so-called whole person health in your organization, the culture of such. But on the other hand, that's the only way and the best approach, I would say, not maybe the only way, but the best possible approach how you can create a culture of resilience and a culture of well-being, where people not only are resilient to the huge challenges out there, but where also people feel kind of a balance. Well-being in the sense of how they split their time between the obligations at job and their private and personal desires, but as well expectations, and of course how they perceive their own values in the sense of alignment of private and professional life. So benefits of your self-care are not only visible in how you act, behave, and how successful, how acknowledged, and how authentic you are as a leader. They are also reflected in the culture of your organization, as mentioned, in the culture of how you create your organization, where you take care of the whole body health of your colleagues, of your employees, but as well how you create a culture of well-being and resilience. And it's supported by self-care first, and then it can be done in the rest of the organization. And of course, all of that can't be built just by saying and creating outside. It also has impact on yourself, on you as an individual, as a leader. And first of all, it really impacts the clarity which you gain with the self-care, the clarity about what actions do you take, what decisions do you make, how you understand the strategic focus of your organization, clarity in so many different areas, not only your personal, but as well your professional, clarity in the field of your career development, in the field how you manage and how you develop relationships, how you network, how active you are in the industry associations, how focused you are in the meetings with your board, with what clarity do you lead, with what clarity you decide. And that clarity piece, it's really connected to the self-care, because it offers you peacefulness, calmness, but as well time to be able to understand the situation and then make a decision based on the clarity which you have. And the other piece of that is the confidence which comes out from the self-care, and the confidence to take and make all those high stakes decisions, and the confidence how you lead, the confidence how you appear in front of your employees, how you appear in front of the industry. And there is an interesting and very, very useful, valuable article out there, which I created for Forbes, and it was published in Forbes, and you can read it. I will leave the link in the post below, and it talks about 4 steps of high stakes decision making, and it might help you to gain that confidence and clarity in decision making, and I invite you to read it. It was published in Forbes end of last year, and it's really about my personal 4-step method which I created, how to make decisions, and the technique is called AIR, and you'll see you might benefit out from that. And then going back to the topic about self-care and how it impacts leaders itself and their organizations, I mentioned that with self-care, leaders are creating the oxygen mask for their employees. But on the other hand, you're also creating an opportunity for yourself to have confidence and clarity. And on top of that, you will achieve more. You will not only be more focused, you will achieve more. Your organization will achieve more. You will be able to identify and create many more opportunities based on which your employees, your colleagues will thrive, because they will be able to implement what you identified as an opportunity. And to achieve more is related to the self-care. And then as I was preparing for this episode of Executives Corner, I wrote down 3 other things I would love to share with you and which are connected to the self-care. And the fourth and the first of those 3 is about reflecting on what's important to you. So if you take time for self-care, to calm down, to pay attention to your physical health, to your mental health, to do some mental exercises, to pamper yourself either with massages or just going for a walk, spending time in the circle of your loved ones, partying, enjoying, celebrating, you will identify and you will have more clarity about what's important to you. You will be able to much faster find time to what's important to you. You will not be lost in that amount of different desires, amount of different challenges, but as well amount of different opportunities, because you will go after the one, after the occasion, after a task, after a goal, after an event or an action or the approach which will be important to you, and it can be achieved with self-care. And on top of that, talking about self-care, there are 2 other points I would love to make. And the one I mentioned already a little bit, it's so easy then to celebrate. It's so easy to be happy because you've not only done something good for yourself, but you can see the benefits and the results of that self-care also on others. And that makes you not only more fulfilled in your life and more satisfied, but as well happier. And it's easier to celebrate than those all the successes with others, because you're fit, you're focused, you're confident, due to the amount of work you are investing into yourself. So it's not selfish. It's an investment in your physical and mental health. It's an investment in the people around you, in business around you, your organization, and your self-confidence, clarity, and really the focus of what is important to you, because that's the best way how you can work on things which are important for your organization, your family, your community, or the world. And of course, the self-care also teaches you how to take care of others. If we don't take care of ourselves, most probably will not be able to take care of others. We will most probably also not pay attention to take time to take care of others, and to accept ourselves, to be aware of our needs, enable us to recognize needs of others, to be aware of what's going on with our employees, our colleagues, to create the environment where they will be able to deal with those challenges, but as well to create an environment where celebration will be there, where happiness will be present more often, because accepting ourselves, taking care of ourselves enables us to help others and to provide opportunities for others to celebrate, to feel happier, to be more satisfied, because it will also raise the awareness with others that self-acceptance, self-awareness, and self-care are the 3 ingredients of self-leadership, but as well of the leadership style in general. I would even say crucial leadership competences, crucial leadership skills, which should be there. And it's not anymore about should be there. It's about how we and how you as a leader, as an executive, are able to understand not only the world around you, but as well yourself. How much time do you dedicate to understand yourself as a person, as a human being, and how you prioritize your needs in that sense, to be able to transfer or translate and transform those into leading others. And I hope that this is something you find beneficial, or what you find valuable as you are leading your organization, your employees. And I hope that if that's something what you feel that others might benefit from, then of course share this link. And I invite you to read the full Forbes article about my high stakes decision making technique, which will help you as well in the moments of difficult decisions, in the moments of high stakes decision making in private or in professional life. So I hope that you will pay attention to self-care. This episode of Executives Corner raised a little bit of interest, but as well ignited that desire to not only be aware of yourself and accept yourself, but as well dedicate time to self-care, because as we said, it will not only make you achieve more, it will bring you the confidence, the clarity, and it will enable you to support others in the sense of creating a space where they will be able to self-care, feel better, and you will create the environment of resilience, but as well of well-being. And well-being starts with individual. So put some focus on your self-care so others will be able to focus on themselves as well, and not only be satisfied and engaged as work, but as well happy. And I hope that you will celebrate your results and achieving more with the self-care together. And I thank you for the attention. I thank you for being here with me today. And I wish you a wonderful morning, wonderful day, or a wonderful evening, wherever you are. And I'll see you next Monday at 6 p.m. CET, the same place, same LinkedIn profile, with another episode of Executives Corner and another interesting leadership topic. Thanks a lot for being here with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Ciao.